Let's talk about spiritual beliefs for a moment. You have spent a lot of time in your life thinking about the big picture. And I'm curious to know of any conclusions that you've come to at this stage of the game.
No. The spiritual journey is a non-goal oriented. I won't use the cliche that it's a work in progress, but it's something that you just continue to evolve into. The work has to do with your relationship with God. Now, to be helpful here with our friends, I use the word God. You can substitute that for spirit, magic, mystical forces, Christ, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, Moses. Just fill in the missing pieces. They're all applicable. A life devoid of a relationship with the Holy Spirit is a life lived essentially alone. To me, there is no way of hooking into the big picture without relinquishing I, me, my, mine, and self, and surrendering to some form of higher authority. And I've been on this journey for 30 or 40 years. And now, I'm just a baby on the path. I'm just a child. I've read the books, and I've had the pleasure of meeting some of the great teachers of our time that have helped introduce, sat and talked endlessly with Alan Watts. Baba Ram Dass was a guest in my home, as well as radio shows, wrote letters to me. I love him, he's my brother. Jack Garris and others, they were teachers of mine, I've tried to read as many of the Bibles and as much of the spiritual literature as I can. It's the fundamental stuff that I read and embrace. I try to do my best by way of service. I still try to meditate every day for 30 years. I really look within to try to understand that which is without. I still believe in the fundamental tenets of the Judeo-Christian ethic, which is personified with the expression of forgiveness. I don't distinguish any difference between one faith and another. I don't see the superiority of one religion over another religion. But for a person to live their lives without the presence of God within them is something that I cannot fathom or imagine. I couldn't do that. Could you?
I think that's a wonderful place to leave it. And what I'm really happy about, seriously, is I'm happy that you're in this place at this time in your life, in this spiritual place. Because we've danced around this subject a lot, you and me, but we've never had this talk. And I'm going to say, you can turn that on.
No, leave that on.
Okay. I would love to do this, unless you feel satisfied with the interview, that if you wanted to come back again with just one camera, because we don't really talk for these answers, and debate or talk or let me interview you on this subject, I would be happy to do that.